What's going on, guys? The Barber Phil here, back again with another haircut tutorial. And in today's cut we will be doing a drop skin fade. Texture the top because his hair is curly up there. We're going to try to maintain those by texturing and point cutting the top, use a diffuser and style it. Stick around, guys. I'm using a new clipper in this video. Let me know what you think. So I'm going to kick things off by saturating the hair, making sure that we comb it down straight into place wherever it wants to fall. I'm going to come through in the middle, create an initial guideline down through there, and then what I can do is come in behind that, work from one side to the other side, from front to back, pulling from that middle section as a guide. And of course, because his hair is already naturally curly, we don't want to do any blunt cuts straight across, so every cut that we make is going to be a point cut. Maybe not like really deep, but every cut is going to be more chopped than it is, a blunt straight cut straight across. I want to make sure that we leave, the correct amount of weight all the way around the perimeter. That's why we're doing the vertical block graduation there instead of horizontal. And then coming in with a texture spray, I'm going to use the Dyson diffuser attachment. We're going to really work this in a circular motion. This is kind of the straight hair version of a curl sponge when it comes to like black, coarse, curly hair. You use that curl sponge working in a circular motion. It pulls that hair up and it puts them into those coils. You're kind of doing the same thing here. Obviously, you're not going to get, you're not going to do a diffuser and then get perfectly curly hair, but it does give it that texture and the appearance of curls. So what we'll be able to do behind this, come in, run a closed 3-guard up and off the head at the parietal ridge, and because we've already cut that weight down, it eliminates a lot of the work later on up front. And then from there we can go ahead and fade down just like we always do. So here's the new clipper I mentioned. This is the Fresh Fade from jRL. I believe this is the newest one that they have out. I honestly don't know a lot about it, the specs about it, or anything. To be honest with you, Cuts by Coast, I work with him here at Clutch in Owensboro. He actually picked one up. He's got a review coming out soon if he doesn't already have it out. So make sure you head over to his channel. It's Cuts by Coast. He'll have a review on it more in depth. I just decided, he was messing with it the other day, was going to do a review on it. I asked if I could try it out. He said yeah. So basically what I did was I'm coming through here with a closed 3-guard, and I left that first part initially in real time because I'm trying to see how this cuts through, this bulk on the side. It's a little bit thicker hair. It's got a little bit of curl to it, so it's not completely straight. So I just wanted to come through there slowly with the 3-guard, see how it fed through there. And I'll be honest, guys, it cut through very easy. No problems whatsoever when it came to removing bulk. And, it was a pretty clean cut. Now what we've got here is an open 2-guard, and we're going almost up to that 3-guard where we left off. What we will eventually do, as always, is we'll close this up halfway and go about halfway to 3/4 of the way up through that initial open section. We'll close it up all the way, continuing to work down, go about halfway to 3/4 of the way up through that initial half open 2-guard section. Now, one thing that I do notice about this clipper, it's light. I won't lie, it does feel somewhat generic. The guards do fit very well. This is the Wahl Premium set. They do fit very well on there. They clip on very nice. And you guys will see here in just a second, this was the first issue I had. This is with the clipper wide open, and I'm just doing my open section, and you'll see right here what happens. It gets snagged, and you can't see because I don't have it obviously zoomed in. He had a very small imperfection in his hair right there, and it caught hold right there. And I think it did it another time in this haircut, but that was the only issues that I really had as far as the performance. It cuts very nice when it's all the way closed. I do feel like there's some issues somewhere in the middle there. I feel like I can get a cleaner, faster blend with some of the other clippers I use, like the Cordless Senior or the Magic Clip, but that's neither here nor there. So we did an open section, I did a closed, no guard just below it, faded up through there. So now what we're doing, this is the open 1-guard, and we're trying to basically eliminate having to use that 1.5. So we're taking this one guard all the way open, just about and up under that closed 2 guard that we finished off with just a minute ago. Now this is the Babyliss half guard, which is a little bit shorter than the Wahl Premium 1 guard. And we're going to do the same thing, all the way open, half open, all the way closed. Now what we're trying to do is connect into that Babyliss half guard by using the Wahl Premium half guard. So the Wahl Premium half guard is a little bit shorter and cuts closer, especially all the way closed, in my personal opinion, than what the Babyliss half guard does. So we like where that blends at. I'm gonna go ahead, use the FXs, and although you can't really see a lot of hair here, you guys can tell how sharp these FXs actually are. You know, you couldn't even see the hair to do the C cup from watching this video, but the moment I put these on there, boom, right there it is. I mean, I'm absolutely loving these FXs. So now what I'm doing is just cleaning up below that closed section with the jRLs. This is my Slimline, and then in just a second, I don't even know if I put it in here, I come in below this as the last step and clean up at the very bottom with the FXs. So as you guys can tell, I'm being really deliberate as I come up through here. I'm basically just wanting to float this closed 3 guard up and off the head at the parotid ridge, and try to, because I've already cut the top down, I'm trying to just about eliminate having to come back in later with clipper over comb or blending shear over comb or anything like that. I'm trying to basically eliminate that step by being very deliberate in my steps, in my motions. So we're floating that 3 guard closed up and off. Now we've come back down. This is the open 2 guard going just about up to that closed 3 guard section. We will close this up halfway, go about halfway to 3/4 of the way up through that initial open section. Close it, do the exact same thing. Now just below where we left off the closed 2 guard, we're going to come in. This is an open 1 guard, and like I said before, there's something about this clipper when it's all the way open and even half open that I did come into just a few issues. And I'm coming through here with a lot of bulk below that I haven't cleaned out. I've got no guard on here. I've got it wide open. I set about a 1 inch or so section there. I'm coming in just below that, about a ½ an inch down, doing that closed section, and then we'll just fade out through there. We'll go half open, all the way open, and then we'll just open and close the lever, hitting dark spots throughout that open section. And then from here, we can blend up into the top by using either the Wahl Premium half guard or the Babyliss half guard. And then if we need to, we'll go ahead and use, I believe I come in later above where I'm working at right now. Obviously, that's pretty dark. And I believe we use the Wahl Premium 1.5 guard. So right here, this is the Wahl Premium half guard. We're just trying to blend up through here. Make sure that we get this color, and obviously we're trying to keep this fade. It's almost like a stretch fade. I don't know, different people call them different things, but I didn't keep it really dark and drop down. It's just the fade itself stretches out quite a bit of ways. And then here, coming in at the very bottom with the FXs, taking it all the way down. And these FXs get so close on a lot of different hair textures that this gives off the appearance of using a shaver. So that's one reason why I like these so much. You can almost get by sometimes without even doing an actual bald fade with the shaver. You can just use these and get it just as close. So actually we came back in with the 2 guard. This is the 2 guard. I've got it closed, and we're just trying to flick up through and get into that 3 guard section we did just a second ago. Now I'm gonna let this side ride. Guys, take a second. Look up that link to the Tune 45 Online Academy in the description of this video, or any of my other videos for that matter. The Tune 45 Online Academy, guys, that's where it's at. You know, I hope that you guys can tune into my videos and learn something. But I'm just, you know, I'm a step down from some of these guys that are on the academy. Obviously, you got guys like Chris Bosio, Sean Cuts Hair, Get Beamed, Dre Cut It Out, S Craft Blends. These guys are some of the titans in the industry. So make sure that you guys take a second, find that link, check the academy out. If you like what you see, go ahead and sign up. Don't be scared. I promise you, the knowledge that you get back will pay itself back to you what that monthly subscription costs. So same steps again. We did the closed 3 guard, open 2 guard, worked down through our 2 guard section. Once I got all that bulk removed, we came in towards the bottom in that same shape. We did our closed section, or our open section, then the closed section. Work that section out. Now what we'll do is go ahead and fade that in between from the open section up into the 2 guard that we did, or the 1 guard, I guess, for that matter. This is what we're doing here. We're doing the closed section here. Now we're going to open it up about halfway, flick through there, get that color to match the rest of it all the way around. And then we'll use that half guard or the Babyliss half guard and the 1 guard, get that blended in nicely. And then of course, to create that transition from bald up through the weight up top, you know, you're going to use that Slimline just at the very bottom, and then the shortest that you can get it right there is the FX. But we're coming back in, and like I said, the guards do clip on to these jRLs very well. It's not the most ergonomically made clipper. It's got a little groove in the back, but as far as like a groove up top that we're used to with like your Wahl, especially the Magic Clip has that little thumb rest. It doesn't have one of those. The on-off switch is on the right side, or yeah, the right side just below the lever. That's not a deal breaker one way or the other personally for me. The lever does have clicks, but it's not as prominent as like the Babyliss clicks are. It's a little smoother maybe, or quieter, I guess could be the word. So all in all, guys, it's not a bad clipper. I honestly don't even know how much they're running right now. So I couldn't even give you that. I think they're like around 160, give or take, which is, I mean, I guess in today's age is not it's not a crazy number, but I personally am going to go back probably to my Magic Clips and my Cordless Senior, but I could see where people would enjoy using these. They're not it's not a throw it in the trash type clipper by any means. So take that for what it's worth, guys. So just about as always, when we're blending out the sides up into the top, I like to come in blending shears. These are actually the 13T. These are more of like the texture shears, or the chopping shears, however you want to say it. They're not the blending shears because there's less teeth, so it's cutting out larger chunks, I guess, if you will. It's better for giving a point cut look. But anyways, guys, if you stuck around this long in this video, I greatly appreciate the support, guys. This is what we had to work with when he came in. Pretty curly all the way around. It's very coarse and thick hair. We did a drop skin fade, stretched that fade out, especially in the back. Maintain the texture and the length on top. Take a second, guys, hit me up in that comment section. Let me know what you think about this cut. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. Consider subscribing if you're new. Enable those notifications, that way you'll never miss another video from me. Guys, Sunday, Wednesday's the schedule. Until the next video, I appreciate it.